Hello good dear viewers, let us talk about this equation which I have solved day before yesterday. X minus 1 to the power of 2 divided by 3 equal to 4. After solving this equation, I realized two values of x, 9 and negative 7. But so many people rejected that negative 7, saying that if we substituted it here, we are going to get a complex number instead of this real number 4. So in this tutorial, I'm going to substitute that negative 7 into the left hand side to see whether we're going to get 4 or not. And I stand to be corrected. So if x is equal to negative 7, we have no problem with a positive 9. So we're going to only test for this one. It is going to be what? Negative 7, negative 1, all to the power of 2 divided by 3. We are only testing for the left hand side to see whether it is going to give us 4. This is negative 8, right? So we have negative 8 raised to the power of 2 divided by 3. For me, I know this is only going to be a complex number if and only if this 3 is even. So whenever we have even here, it is going to be that root of what? Negative 8, which is a complex number. But we know that this is an odd number, 3. And according to the laws of indices, 2 divided by 3 can be splitted into what? 1 divided by 3 multiplied by 2. So this is the same thing as negative 8 raised to the power of 1 divided by 3 also multiplied by 2. So we are going to do it in two different ways. We can either, first of all, simplify negative 8 to the power of 1 over 3 first before we square that, or we can what? Square that first before we take this root, which is cube root, right? So either you say negative 8 to the power of 2 all raised to the power of 1 over 3 according to the laws of indices, or negative 8 to the power of 1 over 3 all to the power of 2. They are exactly the same. So we are going to simplify this separately and simplify this separately as well. So let me start with this one. You know, definitely if you raise negative 8 to the power of 2, it is going to give us, is it 64, right? So we have, let me do it here. We have 64 raised to the power of what? 1 divided by 3. And this is the same thing as cube root, right? The same thing as cube root of 64. Cube root of 64. And cube root of 64 is equal to 4, no doubt about it. So you have seen that this one resulted to what? 4. So what about this one? If we have this, let me do it here. Negative 8 to the power of 1 over 3 is the same thing as cube root of what? Negative 8. Cube root of negative 8. But all to the power of what? 2. Do you know that cube root of negative 8 is negative 2? Because negative 2 times negative 2 will give us positive 4. And positive 4 times negative 2 will give us negative 8. And hence, the cube root of negative 8 is what? Negative 2. But remember, we have a power of 2 outside. And negative 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4. So in either case, you're going to obtain 4 to the right hand side. Either by applying this one, taking power of 2 first, before taking the cube root, or taking the cube root before taking power of 2. It's all the same thing. So let me tell you that it is only if this denominator 3 is an even number, that is when you're going to get a complex number. Let me show you. Suppose we have 3 divided by 2 instead of 2 divided by 3. So if you have negative 8 to the power of 3 divided by 2, you see this time around our denominator is even. So irrespective of which one you started with, you know that if you started with power of 3, by raising any negative number to an odd power, it will not change the sign. It is only going to affect the number. For example, if I have negative 2 raised to the power of an odd number 3, this is the same thing as what? Negative 8, because negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So once that power is odd, it will never change that sign of negative. So whether you raise it to any number, no matter how big it is, if it is an odd number, it is not going to change the sign. And remember that this 2 stands for the square root. So you have square root of that negative value, whatever it is, because I haven't simplified it yet. This is going to give us a complex number, definitely. But once that denominator is odd, the sign will remain, and once you take it to the power of 2, it is going to become positive, definitely. So I don't know where you people are getting that complex number, but for me, I know negative 7 is also a solution. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye bye.